I said this to, we had about 50 to 75 faith leaders in there, church leaders in there, people who got congregations and big platforms and big audiences. And I said, just last week, sometimes all it takes is a few people. The work that we've done in the past 2, maybe 4 years max, we have 2 laws that we helped write and pass in the last 4 years. 2 laws. And the first law is the law that created the California Reparations Task Force. The law is called AB 3121. For those who want to follow that and find that, Google that, AB 3121 California. That's the law that created California's Reparations Task Force. We helped write the final version of that. And then we actually wrote the whole version of SB 189, Section 14, which is a law that the governor signed last year. We don't want to get too technical with it, but basically what it does is makes California start to actually collect information on those who are descendants of U.S. slavery, those of us whose ancestors built this country. That's where that work was done with hundreds and thousands of people of supporting it, but really what you might call a relatively small group of very dedicated people. And that's all it takes. Sometimes a small amount of people can do a lot of work. Sometimes you think, and I think sometimes we have this in our minds, like this memory or this sort of idea of maybe what it was like in the civil rights movement, where you saw thousands and mass of thousands of people all out. And that worked back then. Now, the way we doing it, it's a little more precise. It's a little more targeted. We got small groups here and there, small teams here and there, and having the same, if not even bigger impact. So you're absolutely right. It is, sometimes it just takes a few people, and a few people can get a lot of work done.
And slowly, like me and you began rocking kind of before the reparations talk happened, right? So you didn't came to my events. Like, we support each other, bro.
Yes.
And I love my people. So I'm gonna follow my energy. That's how guests are picked these days on the Melanated Convo podcast. If you don't know, this energy's connecting, right? So slowly, I began to slowly realize, I'm like, wait a minute. I know they putting it down. I know they factual. I know we need to get the money. But they close, like they, and I was like, whoa! I'm cutting on YouTube. I see my boy Chris with the reparations shirt on, giving it to him on TV. I said, yeah, this is gonna happen. And I love bringing you on, brother, because me just being in a more of a conscious space in my life and loving my community and doing everything I can. There's a lot of people who don't talk, right? See, I come on here and talk. I wear the clothes. I argue with motherfuckers online, like I'm there with it. You know what I mean? It's a lot of people who don't say nothing.
Facts.
Who get up every day, go to the meetings y'all have, still got to work a regular job probably. Going from city to city, pushing the paper.
That's all of us.
Flyers, like anything that need to be done. It's so many of you guys. So all of these brothers and sisters need credit, because the gains that we have made in this country, we got a long way to go. But the gains that we have made, it was a lot of black men and women putting their head down and grinding, and not
that's what it takes
for recognition, because we do in our movement sometimes we'll get individuals who make it about me. Y'all not rocking like that.
Never.
So I respect that, bro.
I appreciate that love, and you absolutely right. Let me get to your first point, and then I'll come back to your last point, because I think your last point is exactly where we need to be at. So I've been supporting your work. You are a Black entrepreneur here in the Sacramento area. A lot of people know me from doing work supporting Black entrepreneurs. I run a business called Sac Black Biz. We run Sacramento County's largest database and directory of Black-owned businesses. We support thousands of Black-owned businesses in and around the Sacramento County area every single day. I do that too. But what you said lastly is absolutely right. We are, and by we I mean CJEC, the Coalition for a Just and Equitable California. By the way, shout out to Chad in the chat too. That's my partner, my brother down there in LA. Shout out to everybody. We are an organization, CJEC, that is all volunteer led. So nobody get no salaries. Nobody's getting no checks. We put our own money into the. I mean, I can't tell you how many times we done skipped a bill to pay for some flyers and skipped a bill to travel to this event and make this event happen. I can't tell you how many times. So it's really about getting the work done. And when we don't ask for no credit, we don't even really talk about this like that, because it's really about actually getting to the reparations. And you're absolutely right. There's people who, again, people see my face a lot because I'm the lead organizer and I'm the acting president. So for me, I got to be out there. And I have no problem doing that. That's part of my role. That's part of my job. I feel like as one of the leaders, part of your job is to put yourself out there and make sure that people see a face or more than one face of your organization. That's part of my job. But there's people who do just as important work, if not more important work than I do, every single day. And you won't see them. You'll never know their names, but they just as important as I am.
And this because some in our society, I have to say this about Black folks. Sometimes we idolize the wrong figures too much. Like, I don't have a problem with a celebrity or an entertainer who is righteous and just and speak on our issues. We need everybody's help, right? But when I bring my son and young people around me to events like that and just keep him in spaces around you guys, because to me, these are the real heroes. These are the real individuals that you should be leading your kids towards. Look at what they doing, because they regular people. Just like Shauna said, regular working everyday Black folk. See,
every day.
Me and you have talked about this a lot. Sometimes we think we need the LeBron. Sometimes we think we need the Negro in the neighborhood with all the money. Like, we steadily looking for the solution, when Black folks, hear me when I say this, you are you are the solution.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Every single one of us got a day job and then some, plus kids, plus this, plus that, plus that, and that too. Every single one of us. It's crazy because it's funny. We was doing some meeting with some political folks just today, and a couple of my partners on the call, they in a meeting at work and on our meeting at the same time. I can't say no names because I don't want to get them in trouble.
Come on,
double, you know what I'm saying? When you got one Zoom on this one and you on this one, I mean, I'm so proud, and to be honest, I feel very blessed, lucky, humble to even be working with so much amazing people who have put all of everything that they have into this and have gotten actual results. I mean, it's not BS, it's real talk. When you got 2 to 4 years, you have 2 laws that you have put your hand in, that you have made happen, and that is on the way to making a real impact for Black folks. Shout out to Antonia. Shout out to everybody watching from all around the country. That's my people out there in Boston. Shout out to the whole family. People, and as you mentioned, we go around everywhere that we can. Shout out to Raphael. I mean, look, the family is checking in right now, right? I mean, like,
you deserve it, bro. Like, y'all putting in work, man.
Shout out to the family, and we are doing work here in California. There's stuff going on at the state level. There's stuff going on in the different city levels. I know we're gonna get to that too. And then there's stuff going on around the country in different states and other cities outside of California. And then there's some stuff, though not enough and not good stuff, going on at the national, federal,